Hello everyone, this is Dr. Alex Avila with Love University, and we're back. I'm an author, psychologist, and speaker. Every week we talk about how to love ourselves, others, and a higher nature, how to improve our finances, career, health, relationships, and spirituality. And we've been talking about Invincible You, how to master your inner mind and achieve your dreams, based on my book, Invincible You, Discover Your Inner Power and Achieve Your Heart's Desires. And this week I decided that a lot of people are writing in questions, and we want to answer those questions and kind of go deeper into Invincible You, how it can apply in your daily life. Jonathan, my producer, I'd like you to read the first question that we have here for one of our listeners.
Other people bug me all the time. My main problems are always about people. They can be rude, obnoxious, selfish, deceitful, unfaithful, and manipulative. What do I do about my people problems?
Love University listener, the answer to your people problems is simple. Get rid in yourself anything that you don't like in others. If you're tired of vanity and lies in others, get rid of these traits in yourself. If you're tired of selfishness in others, get rid of it in yourself. If you're tired of rudeness and impatience in others, get rid of it in yourself. Why? Because the people in your life are often a reflection of who you are inside. A hammer and the sun have nothing in common with each other. One is an earthly tool meant to hammer things. The other is full of light and energy and is elevated. If you're an aggressive person, you will find other hammers to fight with, and you will see other people as nails to be hammered. If you are like the sun, you will shine your positive energy on everyone around you. Consequently, the hammers, the aggressive people of the world, won't be able to bother you. They can't hurt you because you are far above their influence. Instead of complaining about other people, strive to change yourself. Elevate yourself psychologically to a point where you are no longer disturbed by the bad behavior of others. Does the sun worry about people who shout at it in anger or fear? No, because the sun is at a much higher elevation. Be like the sun and place yourself at a higher place than the petty problems and negative people of the world. Then you will be a free human being who is no longer at the mercy of the whims of others who behave badly and who demand that you be what they want you to be. You will be the only thing you are meant to be, your true invincible self.
You talk about invincibility. How can I be invincible when there are so many other distractions in life, both from the outside world and my own inner thoughts?
This is something that a lot of people struggle with, the distractions of the world and also their thoughts. So here's some simple exercises you can try to bring more invincibility into your life. Number 1, take a daily mental bath as you take an actual water bath. As you bathe in a tub of warm water or take a hot shower, visualize yourself getting rid of sick thoughts and accumulated negative energy from yourself and others. Number 2, shake people's hands with hands of love. Imagine that your hand contains hundreds of individual loving minds, each having an intelligence of their own. When you shake people's hands, imagine that you are passing loving energy to them through your hands. Another exercise that's very useful is to breathe deeply when you are happy. As you breathe, steady your mind and maintain full concentration. Associate breathing with happiness as you feel the happiness grow inside you. And the final exercise is to concentrate your mental forces and attack at the point where you can achieve a breakthrough. Find the one area where your improvement will yield immediate results in your life. For example, if procrastination is an issue for you, resolve that you will take one small action toward an important task. If regret bothers you, practice forgiving yourself for real or imagined errors. If loneliness is your weakness, resolve to give love to others without expectation. By choosing which psychological issue to focus on first, you will achieve a rewarding feeling of success that gives you the motivation and self-confidence to pursue new goals.
I try to improve myself, but I always screw up. Then I find myself in a worse situation than before. What is my problem?
Yes, that is also a very common problem. But the problem is that you're engaging in what is known as emotional forgetfulness. You forget the emotional pain that you experienced when you made poor decisions in the past, when you chose the wrong relationship, when you fell back into a bad habit or addiction. Consequently, you repeated the same pattern or behavior because you only remembered the small initial pleasure you received, which seemed bigger at the time, instead of the large pain that resulted. The solution is to practice right emotional memory before you engage in self-defeating actions. What this means is that you will see the pain as it really was in your mind. You will recall the pain you experienced with the abusive partner, when you were working in the job that didn't suit your talents, when you were coming down from the high of an addiction or bad habit. In life, you have two choices to make when it comes to creating memories and life patterns. You can either choose a little pain now and a lifetime of pleasure, or you can choose a little pleasure now and a lifetime of pain. In the first option, you do the right and disciplined thing. You stick to your weight loss program, you quit the bad habit, you leave the unhealthy relationship. Although you may sacrifice some minor pleasure in the beginning, the extra cake, the smoking, the superficially appealing partner, you end up winning in the long run by feeling healthier, more self-disciplined, and happier. On the other hand, you can try to obtain a little pleasure now. You may eat too much and exercise too little. You indulge in the bad habit or addiction, or you stay in the exciting but damaging relationship. When you do this, you have set yourself up for long-term failure and pain because you will keep repeating the same toxic, self-defeating actions in a vain attempt to capture the small pleasure you experienced in the beginning. Then you will find yourself receiving less pleasure and more pain every time you try to recapture the mental high of the past. With the right emotional memory, things are different. You will remember the pain from your past errors and mistaken choices, and you will not be tempted to go back to the temporary but false pleasure of the old ways. Instead, you will choose the more disciplined path that leads you to the lasting pleasure of your own invincibility. In reality, your problem is not your past mistakes, everyone makes them, is that you condemn yourself for your past mistakes. Regret is what keeps you chained to the past. When you allow yourself to feel regret about a supposed mistake that you made, you create a pressure, a certain type of regret pain. You ask yourself, what's wrong with me? Why did I do that? Then, to relieve the pressure of the regret pain, you tend to act rashly and impulsively, repeating the same mistake, bad habit, or action that got you into trouble in the first place. The solution is simple. Instead of condemning yourself and slipping further down the slippery slope of weakness, you need to forgive yourself. When you forgive yourself, you eliminate the glue to your past mistakes, and you are free to act differently and freely with a clear mind and spirit. Begin by forgiving yourself for small mistakes or setbacks. Maybe you didn't finish the extra task you had planned, or you were hot-tempered while in line at the store, or maybe you neglected to exercise based on your typical routine. Learning how to forgive yourself is a step-by-step process. If you're the type of person who finds it hard to forgive yourself, begin by building up your self-forgiveness tolerance. Forgive yourself for small things as you build up your ability to forgive yourself for the more serious regrets in your life, related to relationships, career, financial, or lifestyle choices.
I'm always stressed out and feel overwhelmed all the time. Why is it so hard for me to relax?
The reason it is hard for you to relax is that you fear the very relaxation you seek. You assume that tension is a power that keeps your life together. For example, you may believe that the internet and the phone are what keep your life moving. You're afraid that if you relax and put away your technological devices for a while, you will lose something valuable, an important communication or opportunity. In reality, you probably won't miss out on anything terribly important if you take a break from your daily hectic life. In fact, you will probably accomplish more. Relaxation will give you the space you need to see the truth about things, thereby significantly increasing your efficiency and personal power. When you relax and take a break from fast-paced living, you are more focused and creative. You make fewer mistakes. Once you learn how to give up the negative excitement of tension, you are free to produce more with a relaxed mindset. Try an experiment. Sit somewhere in a quiet and relaxed setting, perhaps in your home or out in nature. At the same time, take a technology fast. Turn off all of your technological devices and make sure that no one disturbs you. Observe your feelings when nothing particularly important is going on in your life, when you're just sitting still and being in the moment. What are you feeling? Are you bored or full of energy? Restless or relaxed? At this point, the self-defeating mind inside you may try to make you feel nervous. It will try to make you worry that you're missing out on something important, a crucial call or message. It will warn you that you're not being productive. It will scold you that you are falling further behind in the many things you have to do. Don't listen to the self-defeating mind's restless voice. Realize that you are doing the right thing by taking care of yourself and your mind. Continue to sit quietly and let your thoughts come and go without focusing on any of them. When you do this, your feelings of doom and gloom will diminish, and you will find yourself in a lighter and more relaxed state of mind. With practice, you will have a new sense of freedom and joy, and you will attract the truly good things into your life.
Why do I put up with the negative in my life?
The reason you put up with the negative is that you fear that the loss of the negative will leave you with nothing. You're afraid that if you don't have something exciting going on in your life, you will have nothing. You will be bored, lonely, and worthless. What you may have going on in your life right now is negative excitement. Superficial and meaningless activities that may seem fun at first glance, but that ultimately leave you feeling let down, distracted, and even more restless. This negative excitement includes chasing people or external prizes, as well as being addicted to social media, engaging in bad habits and addictions, and participating in idle conversations that lead nowhere. The irony is that the very negative thing that you're afraid of losing, the negative excitement, is what is causing you to feel bored, lonely, and worthless in the first place. You have a tremendous fear of losing the familiar but false solution. The good news is that a loss of the false, people and activities who are wrong for you, unhealthy thoughts that attack you, will eventually be replaced by a gain of the true and healthy, compatible relationships, rewarding experiences, and beneficial thoughts. Start today by making a list of all the people, situations, thoughts, and circumstances that keep you down and appear to be against you. Perhaps they're disgruntled friends, sarcastic family members, or self-critical thoughts. Then make a list of all the people, ideas, and circumstances that are on your side and help you prosper. In this list, you will include like-minded, invincibility-seeking friends, compassionate and grateful thoughts, and supportive family members or pets. As you list items in each category, i.e. for or against, decide that you will substitute one negative element for one positive one every week. As you spend less time with negative people, you will spend more time with affirming and positive people. You will replace negative thoughts and feelings with positive ones, ignorance with insight, heaviness with lightness, and fear with faith. Soon you will be on the right track on eliminating negativity in your life and replacing it with consistent and growing positivity, also known as your personal invincibility. And our last question for today comes from a reader, but I think it applies to Jonathan, my producer. Jonathan, you've been having a tough day today, it sounds like.
Yeah, some technical issues on my end.
Well, Jonathan, all of us make mistakes and we go through times of turmoil, but I want you to read this reader's question because I think it really applies to a lot of people.
My confidence is shattered. I can't reach my goals. I'm always frustrated and feel defeated. It seems like my head is destined to hit the wall and there's nothing I can do about it. Why is the whole world against me?
I can see, Jonathan, and everyone else listening to this, well, you may think the whole world can be against you. In reality, the whole world is not against you. It is you, the self-defeating part of your mind, against you, the invincible part of your mind. These two parts of your mind, negative and positive, healing and harming, winning and defeated, are fighting against each other. It only seems like you're fighting against the world because your thoughts are in conflict with each other. The illusion is that you're fighting external obstacles, people, and circumstances. But it is only that, an illusion. To have more positive results, you need to have more of the invincible mind and less of the self-defeating mind. When you live from the invincible mind, you rid yourself of old self-defeating habits, and you choose positive habits and lifestyle choices that contribute to your ultimate growth and excellence. It's impossible to act above your present psychological level. To achieve better results in life, you must improve yourself, the way you see things, the way you think about things, the way you feel. You need to elevate your mindset into one of invincibility to be equal to the task you have set for yourself, to achieve excellence in your career, finances, relationships, and health. The best way to raise your mindset is to study and apply these Invincible You principles on a daily basis. It's like learning a new language, the Invincible You language. Each day, add a new phrase, a new way of thinking, until you are fluent in the most important language of all, which is your invincibility. So, Love University listeners, there are many things you can do this week to raise your invincibility, your confidence, your inner power. You can go out into the world and realize that you can relax. You can take a time out from the everyday challenges, take the technology fast. You can learn how to think differently. It's not you against the world, it's you against your own self-defeating mind. But the invincible mind is more powerful, it is more excellent, it is more worthy, and it will help you bypass the negativity of the self-defeating mind, the feelings of doubt, fear, and regret. Try the exercises we talked about. Take a daily mental bath where you wash yourself away from the negative elements. Shake with hands of love. When you shake people's hands Imagine that you're extending loving energy without expectation. Breathe deeply when you're happy to lock in that feeling of joy and peace. So getting ahead is something you can do every day when you focus on being invincible, and not just in a egotistical way or a selfish way, but because you want to help others. The stronger you are internally, the more love you can give, the more help, the more advice. So Love University students, if you want to be on the show or have a show question or idea, you can reach us at loveuniversity.love, 310-226-8090. Write to us at loveuniversitylove@gmail.com. You can like us and follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Love University Podcast. Follow us on Twitter at Love_U Podcast. You can subscribe to us on Podbean, Spotify, SoundCloud, and iTunes. So until next time, Love University students, go out and have an invincible you week with love, energy, and inner power. Until next time, this is Dr. Avila. Put away your notebooks, your iPads, your phones, and class is now dismissed. Love University.